We want to bring you some new details following a deadly mobile home fire that happened 2 weeks ago in southwest Bexar County. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office now confirming a 4-year-old who died. The name is Azaria Llamas. The fire happened on Shepherd Road near Fowler Road. Crews quickly determined that Llamas was trapped inside, but they were unable to get the child out because the fire was so intense. The cause of his death reported to be a combination of fire, smoke, inhalation, and the collapsed structure as well. 2 other people were taken to the hospital with severe burns.
Right now, the investigation continues after San Antonio Fire Department EMS crews were shot at and injured. The crews responded to a call for service early yesterday morning on Bandera Road near Evers and Callahan Roads. San Antonio police say someone drove by and fired multiple rounds in their direction. 2 of the EMS workers were hurt. Right now, it's unclear if the crews were the intended target.
The parking lot of a bar, the spot where a man lost his life to a bullet overnight. It happened just after 11 p.m. on Frio City Road near Highway 90 on the city's southwest side. Police say that the man was shot in the parking lot of a bar, and somehow he made it back inside the bar before collapsing. We're told emergency crews got there. They tried to help him. He later died. Officers were able to detain a possible suspect in another part of town.
We turn now to the latest on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness plan that aims to lift millions of eligible borrowers out of student loan debt.
The Supreme Court set to hear oral arguments this week after the plan was paused due to 2 legal challenges. ABC's Faith Abube with why some are fighting forgiveness of the loan, saying it's an abuse of presidential power, while those in debt want or need this bailout.
After months in legal limbo, President Biden's sweeping student loan forgiveness plan faces a critical week at the nation's highest court. Lawyers backing 2 key legal efforts to block the plan set to argue their cases before the Supreme Court justices on Tuesday. 43 million eligible student loan borrowers anxiously waiting the court's decision.
Especially if you're low income, first generation, sometimes the debt that you'll have to take on can affect you and your family for years to come.
The Biden student loan forgiveness plan cancels $10,000 in student loans for individuals earning less than $125,000 a year and $20,000 if they were also recipients of Pell Grants. An ambitious campaign promise the president is trying to fulfill using his executive authority under the pandemic emergency.
Our student loan program is designed to give just a little more breathing room.
But separate lawsuits filed by 2 borrowers and a group of Republican-led states argue the president's plan is an illegal abuse of power and is unfair to some borrowers.
People knew what they were doing when they signed it, and they should pay it off.
But the latest Quinnipiac poll shows a majority of Americans support the student loan forgiveness plan. Roughly 1 in 6 adults carry some debt. Collectively, according to the Federal Reserve, Americans owe more than $1.6 trillion in student loans, many hoping the justices will allow Biden's plan to move forward.
It's not everything, but it would certainly help a lot and relieve a lot of that burden.
And lower courts have sided with the states, but it's unclear how the justices will rule. In the meantime, though, advocacy groups want the Biden administration to start considering backup plans in case it loses. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
UT Health San Antonio bridging the gap in healthcare with rural communities through its mobile nursing clinic. The bus has 2 exam rooms, lab testing, tools to check your vitals, and all of the supplies you'd find in your regular doctor's office. Dr. Sonia Harden is the dean of the nursing college, and she started her career in rural healthcare and knows how important it is to fill the coverage gap. Over the past year, the clinic road trips have brought care to over 300 people in Bexar County, Castroville, and Uvalde, with more outreach planned.
A lot of times you can't get in with a provider on the same day that you need one. And so being out in the community will allow that to occur.
Amerigroup Texas, a healthcare insurance company, gave $150,000 to support the clinic road trips. Dr. Harden says she hopes to have another bus someday to provide mental health services to rural counties as well.
Going to take a look outside with live cam. This is not a dreary, murky Monday. Quite the opposite.
It's beautiful. It's a great way to start the week. I was looking closely at the live cam this morning to see if there was any dust in the atmosphere. It looks like most of the concentrations were up near Waco, a little bit north of us. All the dust was from West Texas. With some really strong winds yesterday. There were gusts up to 75 miles per hour in places like Lubbock. Growing up in West Texas, I remember these days. They're not pretty. But let me show you a picture here on our KSAT Connect. That was what Lubbock looked like yesterday. Just the cloud of dust. When you get winds that strong, it actually brings...
Can you send me that picture so I can send it to my daughter before she goes to Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, this is what she can look forward to. It is beautiful there most of the time, but there are days like this. That was yesterday. Winds have calmed down now. And thankfully, again, most of the dust kind of mist dust to the north. There may be a little bit in the atmosphere today, but not much. We've got mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the mid to upper 70s right now. 82 Pleasanton, that's one of the warm spots. In our forecast today, 85 at 3 o'clock, 86 is what we're shooting for this afternoon. It'll be a nice evening. Temperatures in the 70s, down into the 60s, and eventually 50s by tomorrow morning. More humidity on the way. What does that mean next couple days? And could we see some thunderstorms by Thursday? We'll look at that forecast here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Still ahead, what the city of Lansing, Michigan is doing to help the community heal just 2 weeks after the deadly MSU campus shooting.
And what a local dentist is doing to make sure all children are able to get the dental care that they need.
Hello, everyone. These are your top headlines from Cheddar News. Ford's fully electric pickup truck not ready to kick back into gear just yet, as the automaker is extending their production shutdown for their F-150 Lightning pickup truck for at least another week. Ford was forced to shut down production in mid-February. That after a report of a battery issue caused a fire at one of their plants. Meanwhile, SpaceX and NASA postponed the launch of 3 crewed missions to the International Space Station early this morning. The crew included 2 NASA astronauts, a Russian cosmonaut, and the second ever United Arab Emirates astronaut to fly into space. The issue was related to fuel ignition system. And the weekend saw historic weather conditions, including nearly 7 feet of snow across Southern California. Parts of the region, including Los Angeles County, were under winter storm warnings this weekend for the first time in decades. Other areas of the state saw more than 5 inches of rain as well. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado, coming to you from Cheddar Studios in New York City.
It has been nearly 2 weeks since a gunman opened fire on Michigan State University's campus, and the Lansing community is still working to go forward from this tragedy.
Yesterday, the city held a healing event Sunday so members of the public could share their feelings. Organizer Michael Anderson says he was inspired not just to offer outreach to Michigan State students, but to offer support for the entire community.
Freely so that people could help themselves to move forward, to have more happiness for themselves, to have less pain and have more happiness for other people, and that we can all together heal and be better as a community.
The suspect in that shooting died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police say he was not affiliated with the university.
Take a look at the Tesla vehicle that just crashed into a Girl Scout cookie stand. The 2 Girl Scouts who were there, a 9 and a 10-year-old, were injured, along with a 78-year-old woman. This happening outside of a Walmart in Northern California. The 2 girls had minor injuries, just some cuts and scrapes. The woman, though, had major injuries. All 3 taken to the hospital. The driver arrested on a suspicion of DUI.
It is described as a wild horror comedy, and it clawed out $23 million over the weekend. Cocaine Bear, chewing up expectations. Anti-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, held onto the first place with $32 million. However, the movie saw a 70% drop from its opening weekend. 70%. That is the biggest second weekend drop for a Marvel movie in Marvel movie history.
I just talked to one of our videographers who saw the Cocaine Bear movie. He said it was hilarious.
Did he?
His wife didn't like it quite as much as he did.
It's going to be one of those cold classics, like Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Sharknado.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll just keep climbing. 76 degrees so far today, 63 this morning. The averages are 70 and 48. Records are 90 and 17, so we still can get below freezing this time of year, even though we're kind of past our average last freeze. That was back in 2002. There are not any freezing temperatures in the next 7 days. In fact, it'll be fairly warm. We'll take a look coming up.
February, National Children's Dental Health Month. It's something that a lot of us put off for quite a time during the pandemic. Now a clinic on the west side has been providing care to families who have small children. Cost of care, the low cost of care for about 20 years now, and they are targeting children who have dental disease in the Hispanic community.
Tiffany Huertas is going to take us to a community clinic where children are getting that dental care that they need, and it is changing their lives.
Tengo 13 años viniendo a la clínica.
For about 13 years, Maria Hernandez has been bringing her children to this clinic on the west side.
Yo me siento bien a gusto.
Maria says she feels comfortable at the Ricardo Salinas Pediatric Dental Clinic and believes they are doing a great job. It's a place where she can afford dental care for her kids.
Me ha gustado los planes de pagos.
Maria says she likes the payment plans available at the UT Health San Antonio School of Dentistry Community Clinic.
The clinic has been open on the west side for about 20 years, helping children from all over San Antonio.
At this clinic, they treat children up to the age of 17 years old.
It's a haven for our patients who cannot afford dental care.
Claudia Contreras is the assistant clinical professor at the UT Health San Antonio School of Dentistry.
The majority in this community is Spanish speaking.
Contreras says the clinic is critical for the community.
We do see children that come with sometimes several cavities. Caries is very, very, I want to say it's very high in some of our immigrant children that have maybe arrived 8 months ago or 3 months ago, and they don't have the care.
Here, staff help parents learn more about their child's oral health.
The emphasis is on that preventative, making sure that parents understand what's causing these cavities, what can we do to prevent. Teeth are so important, not just for aesthetics, but for eating, for chewing, for talking, for saving the space for permanent teeth that are underneath those baby teeth.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
All right. Now I feel like I have to go get my teeth cleaned.
Well, not a bad idea if you hadn't done it in a while, I guess. So those kids are going to have some great smiles, though, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody's smiling today, too. Good day to smile, because the weather is like absolutely fantastic.
Pretty blue skies just about everywhere you look here across South Texas today. We're starting to gain more daylight too. Let's talk about sunset times. Today's 6:32. In a week, 6:36. Then we hit daylight saving time. It kicks into gear March 12th. So by March 13th, then the sunset is at 7:41. It's a spring forward.
Oh no, never mind. Skip that.
Lack
You don't
sleep.
like that?
You lose an hour, right?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we get over it, you know. Take some time. 7:45 sunset, March 20th. So just heads up there. So go outside. We've got a few clouds. Otherwise, it is blue skies. 76 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 26, and I don't know why that's showing cloudy. It is not cloudy. It is mostly sunny. We've got north-northwesterly winds at about 3 miles per hour. The satellite picture shows some clouds working off the coast. That's associated with the front, so the front is quickly pushing off the coast. Now it lifts back to the north, or at least we get more moisture coming back in tomorrow. So this 1 day of dry air, it is just 1 day because the humidity will be back tomorrow. 76 right now in San Antonio, 82 Pleasanton, 79 Kennedy, 74 Kerrville, 78 in Hondo. Really nice day. It is going to be a little bit on the warm side by the time we get into the afternoon. We're already closing in on 80 degrees in a few spots here in Bexar County. Let me show you the dew point trend today. So we're seeing low dew points this afternoon in the 20s. That's very, very dry, but it slowly climbs overnight. We get the dew points back in the mid-50s by tomorrow morning. The question will be is, does the moisture come back quick enough to where we get some fog to develop? I think here in San Antonio, it's close call, but if you're south and west of town, closer to the coast, you certainly will see some fog tomorrow morning. So heads up there. Low visibility for a brief amount of time tomorrow morning, I think. 83 at 2 o'clock, 85, 3 p.m., 86, your high temperature today. Northwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 15. We're at 80 at 6 o'clock, 76, 7 p.m., and then down to 73 by 8 p.m., eventually into the 50s by tomorrow morning. You may want a light jacket to start your Tuesday, but it won't be cool for very long. Water vapor imagery, this always, I love using this to show our moving storm systems. And boy, this one raced. So this is the storm system that was in Texas yesterday. Watch it just race off to the north and east towards Great Lakes. That's where it's producing severe weather today. So we're in the wake of that. The next storm system is out here over parts of the Pacific Northwest. And this is kind of like a bowling ball. This is a big old system. It's going to work down the west coast and then eventually work its way into Texas. As I said earlier, I wish I could tell you that this is going to be a good rainmaker for us. It kind of has the right idea. It's moving in the right direction, but the timing just doesn't work out. We get some dry air that comes in, and it kind of takes away our chances at any good rainfall. There could be a couple of isolated storms Thursday afternoon, and if we do see a storm, it likely goes severe. But the chance of that happening is very, very low. So the bigger story here is going to be the dry and windy conditions that kick in right after the system moves through. And that means we're going to have another fire weather day, probably Thursday into Friday, with some gusty winds. We could see some gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour. In the meantime, 86 Tuesday, 87 Wednesday. Wednesday, we have enough moisture. We get quite a bit more cloud cover, maybe some morning fog too. 89 Thursday, small chance of a storm. Then it turns windy and it does get cooler. 70 on Friday. The weekend is looking great. Lows in the 40s, highs in the mid 70s.
Thank you, Justin. Coming up after the break, we're going to take a look at some traffic closures that might impact your drive to and from work this week.
Plus, the new limitations the DEA is wanting to put in telehealth prescriptions.
Yeah, it's another work week, but that also means that you're going to have to be working around construction crews around the city, maybe even some closures.
KSAT traffic reporter Stephen Cavazos has those closures you need to look out for and the different routes you can take.
February is wrapping up and road closures are expected to take us all the way into the late days of March. So let's talk about what you can expect. Plan that commute ahead of time, especially if you're traveling along 281 on the north side of San Antonio, because we have that asphalt work that continues to take place. Now, that will start on Monday, February 27th and wrap on Tuesday, February 28th. This does start at 9 in the morning, folks, and should wrap at 3 in the afternoon. We will see alternating lane closures in both directions right there at Wilderness Oaks. So I would say expect some slowdowns. All right, let's take a jump now over here to Loop 410 on the south side of San Antonio, where roadway repairs will hopefully make the commute a little bit easier for drivers. That's been current and should wrap on Friday, March 3rd. It begins at 8 in the morning and should wrap at 5 in the afternoon. What drivers will see out there are various eastbound main lane closures from Somerset Road to South Presa Road. All right, one last jump here to Loop 1604 on the northeast side of San Antonio, where we have demolition work that is taking place. Now, this begins on Wednesday, March 1st, and hopefully we'll see that wrap up on Monday, March 27th. This is a long-term closure, guys. So what we'll see out there is a westbound to eastbound Loop 1604 turnaround closure right there at Lookout Road. And again, that is for demolition work. Now, I know it's a lot of information, but what you can do is scan this QR code. That takes you to our KSAT traffic page, and I've updated a list of closures on that site. So again, plan your commute ahead of time.
In your health news, the government wants to put new limits on some telehealth prescriptions. The DEA proposing new rules to require patients to have an in-person medical evaluation before being prescribed most prescription medications by their doctors. Patients would still be able to get other medications like antibiotics or birth control, but prescriptions for pain or sleep would have to be an in-person meeting before you get a refill.
Cancer continues to be the second most common cause of death in the U.S., only behind heart disease. A new study shows cancer screenings are down. The research shows in 2021, screenings for breast cancer fell 6% when compared to 2019 before the pandemic, which means about 1 million fewer people were screened for that disease. Screenings for cervical cancer fell 15%. That's about 4.4 million fewer people. And for prostate cancer, screenings fell 10%. That's about 700,000 fewer people. The most recent research suggests no sign of a major rise in advanced cancers due to the missed screenings, but health experts caution that it could be too soon to tell.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warning people about the rising threat of a drug-resistant bacteria. CDC officials say the bacteria is called Shigella. Infections can cause a fever, abdominal cramping, and other serious stomach problems. The CDC says there are limited antimicrobial treatments that are available for this particular drug-resistant strain.
So, who wants a piece of pie when you can have the whole thing?
Well, not you. You want the whole thing.
Give me the whole thing.
All right, SA Live's annual pie baking contest. And here's one of the contenders now. Very tasty show ahead. Mike and Fiona.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. Of course, they say the best part of the meal is the dessert, and boy, do we have some for you.
Yes, pie, oh pie. Grab a fork because it's time to dig into the annual SA Live Pie Baking Contest. So tasty, we're giving you a second helping.
Yes, and Rooster Cove Bakery, our judge for the pie contest, and pie experts. We're going to check out what she's baking, and boy, some desserts that you don't want to miss.
Yes, and we are checking out a new spot in Almost Park where you can grab coffee, tea, or take and bake meals and biscuits for the family.
And our dear friend Elsa Fernandez from My Candy Boutique is going to be here. And what eyeshadow color is right for you just to really make your eyes pop? She has all the expert advice.
And Expo Home Improvement is having their annual Worn Out Windows Sweepstakes, how you can win up to $15,000 in new windows and convert your tub into a shower while you're at it.
Wow, that's a lot, and a lot more coming up on SA Live. Stick around.